case saying somebody knows. Welcome again to Have You Got What It Takes? This is a show where we bring you people with stories and, of course, movers and shakers all around South Africa. And today is no different. I'm live, guys. I'm live. I'm going to be your host today. Yes, you know this voice from the midday talk, but today I'm stepping in for John because let's just say I needed to be here today. I'm Renaldo. How are you?
Wow, once again, Rabisa, thank you for this opportunity. I truly appreciate it. I'm feeling well, excited to be part
Hmm.
of the show. Really, I can't believe I am how technology is today. It feels like I am in Quebec, but I'm actually
You
in my
know,
hometown. But once again, thank you
hmm,
for the opportunity. I truly appreciate it.
yeah, we thinking. I want to say thank you to COVID, and also I want to
Yes.
thank the fourth industrial revolution for doing this to us because yeah, technology has become the thing of every day now. We need to do this. We need to do this. Well. Welcome once again, dear listeners, to Have You Got What It Takes? I am your host for today, Unwabi Sambekela, and my guest today is all the way from West and Cape, Renaldo Morrie of RWM7 Arcade. I want you to tap into this later on, a bit later on, because
Okay,
I don't
okay.
know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, if this is what I
Okay.
should do, but yeah, so live on Facebook. You can catch us on Agape FM. That is on Facebook. And of course, please do dial us on 069 402 for your comments and also for questions for Ronaldo today. Let's just say we're talking gaming today. We're talking stories, we're
Wow.
talking passion, and we're talking everything but love. Everything is full of love. So, Ronaldo, do you have anybody that you want to give a shout out to before we start today?
Wow. Okay. So first things first, I need to say, send a huge shout out to Apostle Saul Klassen for this opportunity. Truly, I want to say thank you to this amazing guy. I just want to say keep on doing what you do best, and once again uplifting each and everyone that you meet in your life. So thank you for this opportunity. And then yeah, as usual, I just want to say hello to my mom and my dad even then to my brother Caesar and my two lovely sisters. I want to say hello to Kathleen Andrews and Anneline Solomon. So those were my two sisters, and then my can I say it, my girlfriend? Can I say it like that? I just want to say hi to Celestia Yankees as well. And just want to say thank you for your support as well. So yeah, and I want to say thank you and hello to the whole Paarl community who's tuned in and who has joined the whole Agape FM community. So thank you for joining in and being part of the live.
Yes, thank you so much for that. And yes, Agape family, welcome once again. 7 minutes in, Peter Ordinary is saying awesome. Let me just say, it's gonna be an awesome conversation. Hey, we're having a nice time. We're
Definitely.
having it's really nice, and I'm not gonna read the whole bio because I want us to interact more,
Yeah.
But I usually do this so that the viewers can also know who we're talking to and what he's all about. And today is no different. Renaldo Morrie, born and bred in Paarl, Western Cape, is the owner and founder of RWM7 Archive. Coming from a family taxi business background, he gave birth to RWM7 Archive in 2021 through the passion and love for playing arcade games. And moving on to the last paragraph, his vision for RWM7 Archive is not just to be successful one day, but to help each and every child to reach their goals and dreams, and assisting them in their own talent, unique talent. Now, there's a lot going on, right? There's
Yeah.
a lot going, but we introduced you as the founder and owner.
Yeah.
Please tell us who is Ronaldo before there was the arcade games, like arcade business. Who is Ronaldo?
Okay, so I am just a normal, ordinary 27-year-old
Hmm.
boy, if I can say boy, who lives in Paul, like you just read now. And basically, I do have educational background, finished school or finished matric in 2013, further my studies in marketing. at
mm,
Boland College here in Paarl. That was in 2015 to 2017. And from there on, I basically got into health and safety officer. Since when was that now? I think it was approximately when in 2018 to 2019. And then I came back to to driving taxi for my father. And so now I'm still driving taxi, but yeah, that's basically me in a nutshell, just an ordinary taxi driver and still helping the community. And I'm so proud to deliver a service in the community.
mm.
So yeah, just doing everything with passion.
Welcome to the midday. I keep saying the midday talk. No, welcome to Have You Got What It Takes? And I'm gonna ask you this: Have you got what it takes?
Yes, I do. I do. I do. God, what it takes.
Okay,
Yes.
now let's continue with this. Now let's continue with this. You mentioned that you have a background in marketing, right?
Yep.
And you are a taxi driver. Now, how
Yes.
did the gaming come about? What inspired you to get into this business? Why this kind of business? It could have stayed a hobby because you like playing other games, but now
Yeah.
why form a business out of it?
Okay, so the reason why the arcade or where it basically started was my passion for gaming started from a young age. I used to, like the 50 cents. I always used to go and run with a 50 cent. I always made sure I have the 50 cent
Mm,
and go to the games and play and all that. At the time that my father had to come fetch me with a belt and he hit me home and said, "You need to go finish your homework,"
cool
so
thought, yes.
yeah, from school time. And then in 2019, before the C19, the huge thing that happened, I had this vision of having a game center, starting an arcade game, like renting it and just have kids there and start to have an extra
Mm,
income. Because like they say, is that you need to follow your passion, something that drives you every day, and through that, that is something that you wake up, you're hungry to do it, and from
mm,
there you are gonna get successful one day. So in
mm,
2019, I started to do that. Had a whole vision, spoke to a friend of mine, but then C19 popped up, and it was quite tough. And then the whole thing, because I do have health and safety background, the whole thing was about 1.7 meters apart from the other person, and you need to have social distance, you need to wear a
mm.
mask, you need to have all of these stuff. And then I just woke up and I always have these words that I say, if God gives you the blueprints, just do it immediately.
Yes.
Immediately, just do it.
Mm,
So I woke up one morning with this whole idea, and
mm.
I got the equipment, and once again, I'm not a technician. Once again, I'm not a carpenter, but God just gave me the skills to do it and the right people, to do it. And from that, I went into my sister's backyard, and I came upon the school disc,
Okay.
and I saw the school desk, and at high school or anywhere where you go, they always have these questions for kids. Like, for example, take this cup and design something different out of this cup. So that
Mm,
basically popped up in my mind when I saw the disc. And I'm like, okay, Naldo, you have the idea. You just need to put it on piece and paper. And from there, I spoke to my sister and I said, "Can I maybe just exchange the school chair? Can I get the school chair and just exchange it? Can I? Can I?" She's like, "Yes, but then you need to give me the stove." I'm like, "Really now? A stove for a school desk? Okay, it's fine. It's a good exchange." And I got the school desk, and you won't believe it. The prototype took me 5 days to create the whole structure, the whole prototype from the school disk, transforming it from a school disk into a cabinet, a console with your buttons that's fully working, plugged into any monitor, TV monitor, and you can just sit down, relax, and
mm.
play your back in the days, your fan favorite back in the days old school games, 19 games that you can play on the school day. So that's basically how this whole idea was born, just from an idea, a vision, and God was just with me all the way.
like we ended the show with Ellie J saying somebody knows, and let me just say that he knew from the get go. While you were doing everything marketing and your health, everything that you did, he knew
Yeah.
that you were gonna end up here. He knew that
Yes.
you would end up here, and you're not a carpenter, but you actually went 5 days in, and you're not a carpenter. Okay, all right.
Really, I can't do it.
You know, okay. There's a name behind every business. I believe that the identity of a business
Yeah.
brings principle in what you're doing. And I saw when I was looking into the page itself that it's gaming. It's fun. It
Yes.
shows that it's a gaming business. But I want the
Yeah.
name. It's RWM7 Archive. Is
Okay.
it really RWM, or does the RWM stand for something? Seven Archive.
Basically, it's just the abbreviation for my first name, second name, and surname. And then the seven, like everybody knows Cristiano Ronaldo. He's been a fan favorite since day one. And that is where the seven came in. Because we as a cousin, we as cousins, we always have our, even like one of my cousins who drives a car, on his number plate says his name, and then there's a seven in it as well. So we are basically just used, and then I said, you know what, seven is actually not just for Cristiano Ronaldo, but it's
Yeah.
basically for my cousins, having that seven as a specific meaning for us
Mm.
as a whole together and so forth. Yeah, because we were always playing games. So yeah.
Mm. Seven is also, I don't know if I would say it's my lucky number, but
It
there's something
is.
about sevens, man. There's something about seven. Now going back into you not being a carpenter.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll bring it there. Right? You're not being a carpenter. Do you believe that, or what do you believe? How would you say that it's important to be creative as an entrepreneur? Because there are times where you just need to be creative in all that you're doing, problem solving and everything. Would you say that it's important?
It's really important because look at this. A lot of people lost their jobs
Mm,
during the pandemic time. They even lost themselves, because the thing is they were dependent on this income stream. But to be an entrepreneur, you need to think out of the box. You need to be
mm,
creative every day. You need to see the gap and the opportunity. Where people see a problem, I'm already looking at the solution. So
mm,
that's the thing of an entrepreneurial mind, is that if you see that this thing you started with it and you see it fails, don't give up. Just
mm,
adapt with it. Change it in a few ways that you can see, okay, right, now I'm moving forward. It's still the same thing, but I'm just moving forward in the new era, in the new generation. So that you need to think. Like my father always said that, Naldo, while you are dreaming, when you sleep, I'm basically thinking about tomorrow what to do. So that's the thing that you need to have, is that you need to think about the next thing. You need to have that solution ready for every problem. Like this another idea. I'm just going to share it quickly. Well, it was basically a project that I wanted to start as well. Through the COVID times, my taxi was actually the first. I think most of the people who's tuned in from the Paarl community, they will know this. That my taxi was actually the first taxi in South Africa who had a sanitizer sprinkling system inside the taxi. So, in other words, when I drop off the people during the pandemic, I just push a button while I'm sitting in the front. The sprinkler goes on with the sanitizers. It sprinkles on it sprays the seat, sprays the floor. It's sanitized. And then from there, I just get outside of my taxi and then I just walk and continue my day. Then I just know my taxi is clean instead of having a cloth, all this PPE, and
mm,
clean the seats physically, because I was thinking about my safety and I was thinking about the customer safeties as well while they were driving in my taxi. So that's basically that. It was just for me, just to see.
talk
Now
about
that's the thing that I say.
solution.
Yeah, so that's what I say. For every problem,
Mm,
you need to have a solution, even though you don't have the engineering background, or you don't
mm,
have the papers or the degrees for it. There's YouTube. If you have an idea, There's University of
Mm,
YouTube. If you have, if you have an idea,
mm.
make use of your phone. Make use of it because it's called a smartphone for a reason.
Yes.
Use
Mm,
your phone and go do research on what you want to do, and from there on you just use that tools, those steps how to create your things, and then you're good to go.
okay. And he says he's just an ordinary taxi driver. You are tuning in to, if you just joined us, we are Have You Got What It Takes on Agape FM, bring the gospel nearer to you. And today, we're speaking with Renaldo Morrie of, I want, what does the W stand for? Because I want to call it all out now. Renaldo Morrie of RWM7 Arcade, all the way from West End Cape. He says he's an ordinary man, but let me just say that he's no ordinary man. He is a mover and shaker in South Africa.
Yeah.
Please do contact us on 0694021131 for all those comments. And yes, we are live on Facebook. Now, you mentioned so many things about creativity. Now, has
Yeah.
there been with your at the business, right? With the gaming business, has there been a time where you had to put on your instincts, your other instincts, on saving or solving a problem within with your creative endeavors?
Okay. Wait, can you maybe just repeat the question? If I can answer it, can you just repeat
Has
the
there
question
been a
again?
time? Has there been an instant where you had to be creative to solve a problem?
In the gaming industry.
Yes, yes.
With the yeah,
With your
there
business.
were with my business. Yes, there were a lot of problems. First things first, your first design is never your final design. You always have to, if you have the first thing out there, then you will see that there is always a problem with one of the games. Say, for instance, with button placements, controls, the whole cabinet design. Sometimes you need to make it fit for everybody. And
Mm,
there was a guy who was so interested on playing, and then because of his stomach, the size of his stomach wasn't fit to go through. So so
mm,
yeah,
ah,
so for that I needed to adapt. So that is just one of the problems that I had with the game. So
mm,
I need to do some solutions on that and just get it fixed so that it can fit everyone. The huge problem that I also saw in this was the ergonomically. So in other words, what I mean with ergonomic is basically to have your whole body structure not to be in pain when you are playing games. So in other words, the height of the TV, your distance of the TV for your eyes, because I'm wearing glasses, I can't even hear without my glasses. No, I'm just joking. Now, the thing is, if you have all of those things, you need to sort out your ergonomic for the players so that it can be that so that they cannot be injured while they are playing the game.
mm.
So of course, even if you sit up and you look up the whole time, your neck is going to start paining.
True,
So I
true.
had to go through all of that, and at the end of the day, they were sorted out. The same with my game as well, because when people were saying about COVID, where's this, where's that, I
Mm,
had
mm.
to go out and go find out and design my own, this perspex cover that at every shop they have this perspex cover
Yes,
just for
yes.
you to. I had to design that as well and to create it and just put it between
Mm,
the players. So that was basically most of the problems. But I can tell you that the problems won't stop. There will always be problems, but the more problems, I love challenges, the more problems, the more solutions you will get. And that will just make you stronger and smarter by the day.
so true, so true. And somebody once said, "Don't stop until you're satisfied and proud." So right now, I'm seeing a very proud person, and also you're not stopping because every problem brings you a solution. You're seeing.
Yes.
You're seeing a solution for everything that has been presented to you. There's also gaming tournaments. Please tell us about these tournaments and how does a person participate in them?
Okay, so basically, I do have two gaming cabinets that I've built, designed, and rent it out to possible people who are very interested in it. They do have children who comes and play every time. And how the gaming tournaments basically started was I had this vision of bringing esport. Esport is basically very famous in America, where children all around the world, even adults, go play games online or with each other. And that was my goal of bringing esport into Paul as a normal
Mm,
sport, because you get nerds like me who is not good in any sports. They
mm,
can't kick a ball, they are not like me. I'm made out of PG glass. I'm not actually physically fit to play rugby or anything because I can break any time. So
mm,
I, wa- I actually want to bring esport for those children who's not very good in any sport out there, physical contact sport, but to
yeah.
bring e-gaming and tournaments towards any child just to get there and play and enjoy together,
Mm,
enjoy each other's gameplay. But the whole thing around that, except that, the other thing is to bring unity and in the community, because like there are different areas, different children with different backgrounds, and that is what I've learned during when I was small. At the game center you have a lot of characters, a lot of people who's this way and that way. But if you at the game center, you learn from each other, you build a community and a relationship with each other. So through the
mm,
games, I'm teaching them respect, I'm teaching them manners, I'm teaching them that it doesn't depend on what type of house you come from or whatever your circumstance is. You're still
mm,
human, and we need to respect each and everyone on the same level. There's nothing about my father or my parents earn this amount and this
mm.
boy is at that. No, 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 no. I don't want that. I want equality for everyone, just to see that they are friends and they are the same in each and everyone's eyes.
Not only are you an entrepreneur, but you're a motivation. You're an inspiration to so many young people out there, and you are a mover and shaker. This is the show for you. This is where we want to share stories like this. It's not only about the business, but it's also how you're affecting other people and inspiring other young people to do good within their communities. Um, Now, if should a person win, or one of the kids, or the players, what do they take home?
Okay, so what I basically take home is just there is a cash prize that I have every weekend and so forth, and all that is that yeah, they basically win a cash prize.
Mm,
And it's not a large amount; it's just something for them just to show appreciation for that. And another thing as well is that when they win, they don't actually just win the prize, but they basically win respect, gaming respect. Like not to
mm-hmm.
brag, almost like a little bit of bragging, right? Like I'm the best in this and all
You
that.
know.
Yeah, I'm the guy. But it's not just for that. It's just to improve their gameplay every time. So they are winning, because what I saw on 2 weeks ago when I had the gaming tournament, when we had the winner, I saw the unity underneath him of saying, "Wow, you played great. Wow, you could have done this, but you did that, and that's so amazing." And your
Mm,
gameplay and all that, you get that unity, even though they are from different areas. For an example, I'm just going to make an example. Say, for instance, you have Paul and then you have Wellington, just two different places. Now,
okay.
Wellington have a different way of how they do things. Paul people have a different way of how they do things. But like the same with like Nelson Mandela said, is that sport brings unity. No matter your color, your circumstance, or your nationality, or whatever, sport does that. It brings you unity.
Mm,
Now, the same with the games as well. It brings unity, and they care for each and everyone, no matter who they are. So that is basically what happens every time behind the scenes of the gaming tournament.
mm. And that's a problem you're solving. Hey, you're
Yeah.
bringing unity within the community. Uh,
Yes.
Thank you for that, and
Yes.
congratulations
Yes.
on achieving that. It is
Wow.
phenomenal what
Thank
you're
you.
doing. What do you mean? Because you also mentioned in your bio that you're looking for a stable place, right?
Yeah.
For the archive. Where? What are your future plans on going about this?
Okay, so my future plan with the games is that, like I mentioned in the bio, is that I don't want to be successful. For me, it's all about having a safe haven for the children to come after school, get their
Mm,
homework done, because each and every child have a different circumstance at home. Maybe they can't study there. Maybe their children or their parents have maybe a bad influence on them. There are
mm,
parents, like truthfully speaking, there are parents who drinks in front of their children, who basically abuse them, not physically but mentally, and they
true.
abuse them through the words that they speak over the children. So that's basically, if I have a stable place where the children can come to this specific
Mm,
place to come and just release this stress, because it's not just to come and put their money into play games. It's basically to have to relax, to do their homework before they play, and just to have a place as well to study as well, to do their homework. And after that, once they are finished with that, boom, they can get back into the game. They can go with a clear mindset, and they can basically be who they want to be.
nicely put. Hey, nicely put. If you have just joined us, it is 31 minutes past 1. It is the 7th of the 6th, which is June 2022. And I'm sitting across virtually. I'm Renaldo Morrie of RWM7 Archive, all the way from West and Cape. And we're speaking gaming. But today, we say we're speaking gaming, but yes, of course, we're speaking inspiration and motivation. I'm learning so much today. Welcome, Kenwell. Smith was saying, and those fire emojis. Thank you so much for joining and tuning in. Please do comment on the live on Facebook, and also if you have questions, we are on 0694021131. We're running out of time, but I'm gonna ask these questions because I
Yeah.
need to know. We need to know, and we need to have more information about this. Now,
Yeah.
Ronaldo, there is a question that you also mentioned that you also on the second of January this year you sponsored 10 kids with school bags and stationery. Why do you see the need to support these kids, and how can people support you in this cause?
Wow. Okay. Thank you for that question. So last year, I saw that kids always come, like I just mentioned earlier, about children coming from different background, different households. And what basically happened is that I always think abroad. I always think ahead, because I'm talking out of my own experience. There was a time when I was small and I asked for money. I always had to go through an argument with my parents and say, "Hey, you're gonna gamble one day. You need to go do your homework and all that." Like all of those
Mm,
things. Now, children, when they get that 2 rand to go play a game, if they get that 2 rand, there's a whole meaning behind that 2 rand. It's all about when they go, when they ask for their 2 rand, what is the response that they get? What's the
mm,
effort that they do to get that 2 rand to go
mm,
and go play the game? And I'm always on that. I always tell the people, if there's something wrong with the buttons, close the game. I will go fix it immediately. Because when they come with that bad mindset, or that they had a bad time with their parents to get the 2 rand, now they play and now the buttons doesn't work, they are going to be disappointed, because this was actually their place to relax. So it was all about how they get that 2 rand, and when they play, they leave with a smile, they
mm,
leave
mm,
with a clear mind. Now, to get to the point where how I actually came to sponsoring them with school bags and stationaries. Last year I had this goal for the whole year. I started last year with the games, but last year I had this vision of assisting children, or helping the kids with stationery, because December, it's gammon
mm,
this, you need to get this sorted out, you need to get this food, you need to get the presents. But then the parents don't have enough money to support their kids with school stationeries and so forth.
mm,
So I
mm,
told myself, you know what, I just want to do something for these kids. And I spoke to this guy's name is Marshall Tutor, who actually saw the opportunity, and he's the first person who actually who borrowed my game to have it there at his place. And I spoke to him and I said, you know what? Do me a favor. Just get me 10 kids. You choose 10 kids. Don't worry, I'm going to sort everything in the background. And you won't believe it. People out there in the community is really, truly supportive. I got a lot of discount because when I said it was not for me, because I do not have any children, but I truly love to give and support their dreams and their goals. So I asked them, and they said, "Don't worry, we are going to sort you out." And through the community, I had the opportunity to sponsor 10 kids with school bags, brand new. We had a bride there as well. I even told the kids you can go and go play for free and so forth, because
Oh.
this day it's all about you on saying
Mm,
thank
mm,
for making it possible, because without you guys the game wouldn't be where it is today. Even this interview weren't actually going to happen without them. So all my
mm,
thanks and
mm,
gratitude goes to those kids who keeps on playing and supporting RWM7 Arcade. And that was my goal for getting them or sponsoring them on the 2nd of January. I got a lot of positive response from their parents, but I said, don't give the thanks to me. Give the
mm,
thanks to Mr. Marshall Truter, who gave me the opportunity to share my vision and my goals with the whole
mm,
community. So that's the thing that and then my plans for next year is to go a little bit bigger,
yeah.
to sponsor more kids, because it's growing. The kids are coming, they are playing, and they're getting more. And I want to support each and every child who comes and
Mm,
play every day. I want to support them every day. I want to give to them next year also a school bag and all that. Just to get into something quickly. My where I started getting into the youth as well was one boy, and I always share this message. This boy he's sold a lot of avocados in town,
mm,
and he was very good at it. He was at the age of 13, no, 12. 12. It was the age of 12. And I told him, like, I see the passion that you have, man. Because early when you get those bags of avos, boom, you're done. You go and go fetch the next
mm,
bag. And I told him, and then I said, you know what? Why don't you start working for yourself at the age of 12? And he said, no, I can't because it's expensive. I said, okay, right. What you need to do is the amount that you earn or that you get paid, keep
mm,
that X amount put aside, save it up, and get a box of avos, and you start buying. You start selling it on your own.
mm.
2 weeks after that, we spoke. I didn't see him for 2 weeks because he goes to school as well. After
Okay.
2 weeks, he got me at the taxi rank and he said, "Hey, Naldo, come, let me show you something." And he showed me, he pointed out to 5 boxes of avocados. And he said
Oh,
that is his own avocados that he's selling at the
oh,
age of 12. And since that day, as he has been independent since that day. Even now, a week ago, he got me again, and I saw him selling again avos because he's at school,
mm,
and he said,
mm,
"No, I'm selling these avos because I need to get some rugby talks for him,
mm,
rugby suits to go play for the school." So that is independency because he actually beat his circumstance, he beat
mm,
his own system because he's living with his grandparents, and his grandparents can't afford to buy him that. But he told himself, but you know what? I'm going to go out there and I'm going to go buy my own shoes at the end of the day. So that is basically what I want to do with the games as well. And then this Sunday as well, there's one child with the name of, or his abbreviation, his name is Keithan, but we call him KG. He is a phenomenal drawer. Like he can draw
mm.
any cartoon and all that. And I saw the passion. I even asked him to draw something as well. And this Sunday, I bought him a whole stationery kit, and I don't know why stationaries are so expensive, but 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 I went out of my way and I said no,
Mm,
no, it is expensive. Don't worry about it. just go buy the stationery because you are helping this kid's life. And
mm, mm,
that he was so, you could have seen he was so overwhelmed when I gave him the kit with the whole pencils, coloring pens, whole pens, erasers, you name it. I gave it to him, and you were just, and he was saying thank you because there I'm starting another entrepreneur of getting to design his own T-shirts, his own design on it, and
mm,
get to print it out on a T-shirt and start branding his own
mm.
brand out there.
You are truly an inspiration. You're a motivation. You're saying one, but you speaking about the one boy that is selling avos on the streets, which is that's
Yep.
an entrepreneur who's become independent, and now you
Yes.
are this you see AGKG, who's also
KJ.
an entrepreneur now who's going to become an entrepreneur because of you. Thank you so much for that. You truly are an inspiration. There's Brutus Kiki Crispin. I'm sorry if I pronounced your surname incorrectly there. He's saying, be blessed. She's saying, be blessed. You are doing an awesome job. Peter Ordinary is coming back to say, awesome indeed. And then we've got Cannell Smith coming back to say, this is amazing, chap. You see, people are looking at you and people are vouching for you because you're doing so much. And
Yes.
it involves young kids. I love it. I love it. And to tap into this expensive stationery, I really don't know what's happening with the stationery. I really don't know. I don't know, but it's something that we need to look into, hey? Because we
Yeah.
need stationery. The kids need stationery, but we've got people
Yes.
like you who are looking out for young kids out there, who is an inspiration, and someone like you who's out there who's saying, in fact, I'm gonna put myself out there. I don't have kids of my own, but I would
Yes.
make a difference in somebody else's life. Congratulations on that. Now,
Thank you very
where
much.
are you located exactly? Where can people find you? Do you have a contact details, social media platforms, a number that we can contact?
Yes, they can get me on the socials. They can even find me on Facebook as well. My Facebook name is Naldo Morrie. You guys can get me on there. You can even communicate through the page as well, which is RWM7 Arcade. You can get the page there as well. You can send me a message, and then my WhatsApp number and my contact number. It is 084
Mm,
242 1793, so they
thank
can
you.
contact me through that as well if they want to sponsor as well, if they want to support a child, because there is one child who really wants to get back into the school, into the educational system,
Mm,
because of his backstory, because when his grandparents died, he lost his way and all that. So we need all of the context that is available just to look deeply into their hearts and get
mm,
each and every child that second a chance in life, and just show as a community, because I always see this on the trucks. It says it takes a village to raise one child. So the same with the community as well. We need to look at the kids, though, ask them privately and say, listen, why are you on the streets? What is wrong? Okay, right. We will get into our context. We will get into this charity. We will get into this just to get you back on track, because
mm,
we need to get, because our youth is our future. Like Whitney Houston says that the children is our future. That he believes that the children is our future. I don't want to sing that because I can't sing. So the thing is, we have to look into that, into each and every
mm.
child, because each and every child has a dream, have a unique talent, so that South Africa, or not even South Africa, the whole world can be changed through each and every creative idea from that child.
Mm, mm. Nicely put. Hey, nicely put. We have run out of time. It is 44 minutes past one on a Tuesday afternoon. This is Have You Got What It Takes? With Novi is that, and let me just say that Ronaldo right here has what it takes. Not just an entrepreneur, but he's a motivation and inspiration. And while of course he's looking after the community, and so does the community to him. So thank you to the community of Paarl and the community of South Africa, and yes, the community of Agape FM. Thank you so much for that. If you just joined in, well, you're not too late, but yes, you are late. wrapping up the show. Wrapping up the show. But if you miss any of that, please do go onto our website. It is www.agapeonlineradio.com, and you will find the podcast right there. And it's always going to be on Facebook. But the number that you can dial for Ronaldo, it is 084 1793. And should you miss that, we are on 0694021131. Naldo, it was so amazing chatting to you. It was a lovely conversation.
No, I have to say thank you to you. I have to say thank you to Agape FM management team for allowing me to be part of this live stream and interview as well, because it's really something good that you guys are doing, and
Mm-mm.
keep up doing what you do good. May God bless you all the way.
Thank you so much for that. Before I let you go, I've got 1 minute. I'd like you to leave a word of encouragement out there, because you are an encouragement. You are a motivation to other young people. So please, a word of advice out there, please.
Okay, so I always have this, and this is the one quote that I continue every time, is that it simply says that work with what you have so that you
Mm,
can reach success.
mm,
Everything around you that you basically see, for an example, if you want to be a barista, you need to work you need to work with what you basically have right now. If
mm,
you have this coffee or here at home and you ask and you start working with that, at the end of the day you are going to have your own coffee shop at the day. So that, like Nelson Mandela always says, is that a mine worker's children will be the owner of that mine, or to be somewhere
mm.
in the top management of that mining. The same with you. Just work with what you have and you will certainly reach success.
Thank you so much for that. I'm not going to say anything further than that. That was wonderful. I don't want to ruin anything that you've just said. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you so much for coming on air with us. That is Have You Got What It Takes? And my guest today is Renaldo Morrie of RWM7 Archive, all the way from Western Cape. I am Unwabiza, and chat to you tomorrow. But for now, let me just leave you with everything by Eda Ehi. Till we meet again. Thank you so much, Ronaldo.
It's a huge pleasure.
Thank you so much, and please stay blessed, dear listeners, right over there. And goodbye.